And we are live.
Live.
It's all the way live.
All the way live. Not even like partial live, but like all the way live. Like so live. It's alive.
Jesus. Well, welcome in, everyone. We are back again with another episode of the Arena of Audacity podcast.
You have the wrong image up there. It says episode 10, not episode 12. This is episode 12.
Well, I mean, that's not what I put up in there. You've seen it happen. So, you know why? Because of the login. Because of the login.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
On the fly.
Hey!
Oh, shit.
Here we are live.
We're that good. Live.
Yes.
Live and in charge.
Welcome to the Spoonatorium.
Oh, gosh. Welcome in. I am Jay Spoon. You're back in it on the Spoon Game Room, Spoonatorium, Spoonatopia, the Sports of Spoonfield. We don't know. We're going all over the place. Welcome.
What was that last one?
I was trying to do the Fortunes of Solitude, but it's mixed up with Spoon, so I don't know. It just got all
Sportress of Spoonitude?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm digging it. I'm
here again, once again, with the fat fella himself, Matt Jones, and we're coming at you with some topics of childhood. Because if you haven't heard, the seventh entry on the Transformers movie is going to be about Beast Wars.
So hold on. I don't think it's going to be about Beast Wars, but Beast Wars will be in it.
So. The title and what they said that they're going to be doing the Maximals and the Predacons, which is Beast Wars. Now, I know that Michael Bay has done a lot in terms of of this franchise, and also has ruined a lot in terms of this franchise.
I was going to say ruin the entire thing.
Oh, God. So he has two Devastators in his movies. So I don't know if you recall from the first Transformers, there was a quote-unquote Devastator who was just a regular, I don't even know what kind of truck that was. But he was just a truck of some sort, some kind of construction truck. And then in the second or third movie, you actually had the Constructicons make Devastator, which is the correct way to do it. Although it did come with a lot of ridicule with the balls and whatnot. But, I mean, Devastator was there. You had Grimlock not really be Grimlock, but whatever. So let's start off with you, because I already know my gripes that are going to be in this movie. So I'm going to start with you. How do you feel Michael Bay is going to handle a Beast Wars-esque movie?
In a word, poorly. Michael Bay has yet to make a good Transformers movie in my mind.
Okay.
He ruins everything that he touches.
Ooh, everything.
Yeah. Or at least when it comes to the Transformers franchise, he ruins everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm not looking forward to this at all. I know that we're going to go see it in the theaters. Yeah. We're going to go spend money on it, which, unfortunately, F9, we're going to go spend money on. But no. I have zero hope for this, which sucks because a Beast Wars movie would be awesome, but only if Michael Bay weren't involved. As far as I'm concerned, if it's not Zack Snyder or Kevin Feige, it's not going to be good. If it's comic books or cartoon related.
Okay, fair enough.
Or I take that back. What's his face who played Happy in Iron Man?
Okay.
Whatever.
Favreau or whatever?
Yes. Favreau.
Yes.
Jon Favreau.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, man.
Yes, who has now taken over the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, and he's crushing it with Mandalorian. I've only seen 4 episodes of that, but he is crushing it. And Favreau we trust.
Yes. So, now my take on it, because I'm a big Beast Wars fan in terms of the cartoon.
Fantastic cartoon.
To me, and I know I'm probably going to get some blasphemy looks about this, I thought Beast Wars was better than Gen 1. Just going to say it. Just going to put it out there. I like Beast Wars better than Gen 1.
You know what? I'm not going to argue with that on that one. I think Beast Wars was fantastic. Beast Wars on its own was a good show. Yeah. And they did really well. And it was one of those rare occasions where Fox actually gave a shit.
Yes.
And we see what happens when Fox gives a shit. You actually get something worth watching. Better than Gen 1, though.
Yes.
That is a little rough. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you, but it is rough.
To me, the best parts about Gen 1 to me was the movie when Prime died. And then, I mean, Hot Rod was cool and all. But, so, I don't know.
What's rough, though, what's rough to like come to terms with, is that our childhood was all designed to just sell us toys. Mm-hmm. And Transformers was absolutely at the forefront of somebody making a toy and then creating a cartoon to sell toys.
Oh, for sure.
To make more cartoons to sell toys.
For sure. And that's, I mean, it's not even just our childhood. That's still going on. Like, that's the whole reason why the original Teen Titans was canceled.
Yeah, because they
made that show to sell toys, and the show was way better to older adults or older teens who didn't want to buy the toys.
Yeah. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yep.
You have to sell toys.
Yeah. So, but in terms of going back to this movie, now, I was having a brief conversation about it yesterday when the news broke. And my thoughts, I got a little bit collected there. So I don't see a great way on Michael Bay doing this movie unless they make it a 3-part trilogy.
Oh God, please no.
And then also as well too, I mean, okay, so they already talked a little bit about the Ark and Dark Side of the Moon. So we had kind of that concept come up.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
But I don't know in terms of outside of that if they were actually trying to establish that was there and that was happening. But you cannot have Optimus Prime and God, what was his name? Optimus Primal in the same timeline. They share the same spark.
No.
So, well, I'm sorry, excuse me. They don't share the same spark, but the timeline gets messed up.
Yeah, the timeline gets messed up.
No, technically they did share the same spark because when Primal died and he had to come back and he took Prime Spark, then he turned into Optimus Maximus or whatever the fuck his name was.
Optimus Prime?
Yes, to sell the new toys.
Yeah, because we've already gotten into season 2 without new toys. We need new toys.
So they technically did share the same spark at one point.
At one point.
But then when he put it back at him and you saw Prime's eyes come up and you're like, oh my God, is Prime going to wake up? And then he went back to sleep. Look, the timeline-wise, it doesn't work to have them both in the same timeline. You can't really do it without making somebody upset.
Yeah, that's why this is already going to suck.
Yes.
The fact that Michael Bay is just trying to capitalize.
Yeah.
Michael Bay is like, how do I get Megan Fox on the big screen again? I got it. Transformers. That's all it is. Megan Fox, who has spent millions of dollars to look like Angelina Jolie without the acting chops.
Oh, damn.
This is just a vehicle for her.
Okay. Well,
because when it's not a vehicle for her, it's a vehicle for Mark Wahlberg, and that's terrible. Terrible.
So, okay, so that brings us up to the next thing. Who are you getting to be in the acting portion of this? To me, you need to bring back all the original voice actors from Beast Wars, minus Uncle Phil, because, rest his soul. But you got to bring back everybody like you brought back Optimus in terms of when you did the Transformers movie. You're like, you have to get the original voice of Optimus, right?
I thought they've already gotten a lot of the original voice actors back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. You got to go back and get the Beast Wars cast as well, too. If you're going to do them, I don't want to see Kevin Hart as Rat Trap. I don't want to see freaking
Jack Black as the Rhino.
Yeah, Jack Black as Iron or Rhinox or Ironhide, Rhinox, same person, whatever.
Yeah, it's the same thing. The Rock has got to be in there somewhere.
Well, The Rock will be freaking Rhinox at that point, or they'll make him Optimus Primal at that point.
Oh man, a Rock as Optimus Primal?
Yeah. Bad casting choice, I think.
I think that'd be great.
You think it would be great?
Yeah, only because of how terrible it would be.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Because you know that they would just make... Because then they'd have to get Kevin Hart. Because you can't have a Rock movie without Kevin Hart.
Yeah, but then you could get like Jack Black as Cheetor, and then I'll be just so pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, and?
Ugh.
Because then you'd probably get Bobby Lee. Speaking of which, they're making a Borderlands movie.
Yes, and it's...
I've never played Borderlands, but I am so excited for this movie.
And this is another bad Kevin Hart casting. You can't put Kevin Hart as Roland. Roland is a 6'+ person that is a stern, serious person. He is not a comedic person. He's not short. He's not shorter than the rest of the freaking team. Kevin Hart should have been Claptrap.
No, they got Jack Black to be
I don't care.
Claptrap.
I don't care. It should have been The Rock as Roland if you were going to go that way, and then Kevin Hart as Claptrap.
But, I mean, isn't Borderlands a comedy first-person shooter anyway? Like, it's all going to be funny anyway.
Yeah, but he was the only serious person there.
Yeah, but that's why you ruin it.
Ugh.
For people like me who have never seen it.
Ugh.
And who are going to love it, just like people like you who have never seen Avatar The Last Airbender, the show, but then went and saw that terrible, terrible movie.
It was a good movie.
It was a terrible movie.
It was a good movie.
It was a terrible movie.
It was a good movie.
Chad, I'm going to need your back up on this one. That was a terrible movie.
It was a good movie. You just hated it because it was M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, he's not a good writer, director, producer. He's had like 2 good movies.
He's had like 4 good movies.
Okay, Sixth Sense. Mm-hmm. Okay, that the I don't know, the one with the split personalities. Split.
Mm-hmm. Really? You can name any more? Signs? You didn't like Signs?
No.
No?
I left the theater.
Did you?
Yeah, it gave me motion sickness.
How?
Because you're just sitting at this... Look at this giant screen that's just going... Yeah.
Okay.
And
right.
oh no, we're just going to hit water on them. I'm sorry, didn't you just steal that from H.G. Wells?
Spoiler alert. Jesus.
My bad. Spoiler alert. Hand up for the spoiler alert. Spoilers will be gone once the hand is down. You just... Oh no, my daughter left... No, it was stupid. Everything happens for a reason. My daughter leaves all these undrinking glasses of water. I'm sorry. But the dad was depressed. Should have been seeing a psychiatrist, and that daughter should have learned to put away her goddamn water. I understand that it saved the entirety of the human race. However, be an adult.
Wow.
Spoilers over.
Wow.
They just stole the idea from H.G. Wells, though.
Okay, so I'll give you bad movies in terms of The Village. That was a bad movie.
Yep.
What was his other bad movie for me?
All of them. All the rest of them.
Lady in the Well. Wasn't that one of his?
Terrible movie.
Yeah. So, those 2. Not his best work. Everything else, though, pretty good.
That's a low bar to hurdle over, though, for best work.
Oh, yeah.
Sixth Sense was only good because it came out in 1999 and no one had ever been shocked like that before.
Anyways.
Twist didn't happen in movies. By the way, anybody listening to my current ASMR voice, I'd just like to say that this episode of Arena of Audacity is not brought to you by Target brand cough drops. Target brand cough drops.
When Halls cost too much.
This product is not manufactured or distributed by the owner of the registered trademark Halls Mentholyptus. Not Halls. That's what they're trying to say. So, yeah.
Ugh.
Still trying to get rid of this cough.
So, okay. So, so casting. Back to casting. I think because it's going to be such a high... But they need to get rid of most of, if not all of, the human actors that we have seen in Transformers.
Well, they'd have to because it's going to take place in 1994.
Good.
First movie came out, what, 2004?
Yes. Well, because it's following Bumblebee's timeline now, right?
I don't know, but they did say Bumblebee would be back in this one.
Well, because they were like, well, Bumblebee was a success, and now we can actually use him as a bug instead of a Camaro. Because, why not? Because Chevy isn't going to pay us again.
Yeah, because it was a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Although Chevy sold a shitload of Camaros probably off the back of that movie.
Jesus.
Shia LaBeouf telling everybody that all you have to do is buy a Camaro and you too can get Megan Fox. The lies. The absolute lies that man told in that movie.
Oh, so angry.
Ugh.
So angry.
It's because my childhood is getting just dragged through the mud.
Okay. I mean, yes, but...
Can't have anything nice in the movies.
No.
Fast and the Furious is coming out with yet another movie.
I mean, but we got it. It's Justice for Holland, right?
And here's the problem. I saw the extended trailer for the new Fast and Furious.
Oh, you've seen a trailer for it.
The one where they started off with like, oh, this is a family. And
Yeah.
it starts off with Fast and Furious, and then it cuts to Too Fast, Too Furious, and it skips Tokyo Drift because, God forbid, Han actually die. Spoiler alert. And then it does that for like 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden they're like, the new family. And it's, Dom jumping out of planes, like catching onto cars, throwing it into like a rocket, and then John Cena standing on top of a train, which is dumb, by the way, because getting on top of a train, you're still technically on the train. Mm-hmm. You've just now made the fight more dangerous. Thank you for pointing that out, Archer.
I always wanted to fight on top of a train. Oh, my eyes.
Why would anybody do this? You're still just on the train.
The wind is so much.
Oh man, I don't get it. I don't get it.
So can we talk about my theory on that?
Sure.
We texted about it.
Sure.
So chat, if you didn't know the theory of what I think in terms of how Dom's brother just came out of nowhere, and this is a good one. Just listen to it. So, if you go back into the first movie, and you remember that Toretto's family owned a grocery store with a terrible side restaurant inside of it, and then also a body shop. Somebody had to take care of these things while Dom and his sister, who I can't remember her name, Mia, were off globetrotting the world in terms of going from local street racers to espionage
superheroes
to international superheroes. So somebody had to take the reins.
Skipped a step. Actually, they were drug runners for a minute.
That's why I said espionage.
No, that's not espionage. They were drug runners.
Oh, okay. Well,
they helped the cartels.
Were they drug runners? I think they were gas guys.
Letty was.
No, okay, so Letty was, but Letty wasn't alive.
No, Letty was alive. Letty was just under some sort of mind control, because thank you, Days of Our Lives, for that.
Anyways.
Mid-afternoon, ABC nonsense going on.
Someone had to run the family business.
Oh, here we go.
Insert John Cena, who is now uberly pissed that he has been left behind in Los Angeles to run these businesses, as Brother Dom, who brought in all the money because he was street racing and kids were picking up his parts from Harry's, bringing them to the shop to install, are now just sitting there or just floating above water. Maybe COVID hit. He had to get some PPP loans. He's just sitting there just pissed.
This dude goes from needing PPP loans to keep his sandwich shop open to being an internationally renowned badass.
Just saying.
Fighting Dom and the crew.
Just saying. So that's my theory on the brother. I'm just saying, that is
terrible.
I mean, what else? How else has he just been serving the country and then all of a sudden he's turned bad?
No. Here's how we're going to explain this.
Okay.
All right? And I laid this out in the text message, but I'll lay it out for everybody on here. All right? We were told that Dom and his crew are these lowly street racers, mm-hmm. and Dom's dad died out at the track.
Yeah.
And then he beat the guy with a wrench.
Dom did, yeah.
Nearly to death.
Yeah.
Okay? No.
Mm-hmm.
No, turns out Dom's father is actually a genetic scientist.
Oh, God.
Who has been growing Judge Dredd style.
There we go.
Clone Wars style clones of himself.
I forgot about this.
In some lab in the middle of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
All right. John Cena, grown as a full-grown man, is found by what's-her-tits.
Cypher.
Mm-hmm. About, whatever, at some point in time. And, after finding the Rock's brother to take out Han.
The Rock's brother?
I don't know, Jason Statham.
Oh.
Wasn't that the Rock's brother?
No, so Jason Statham was, Discount Orlando Bloom's brother. What the hell is his name?
Discount Orlando Bloom?
Yeah. Zeus from Immortals. Oh.
Was he in the movies?
Yes.
I don't even remember.
What the fuck?
Anyway.
He was the one that was had brainwashed Letty on his crew.
Oh, okay. Dom's dad, though, wasn't killed accidentally at the track. Dom's dad was assassinated because he knew too much. What did he know? I don't know. The price of TVs are about to go through the roof.
What?
So his son is going to go steal a bunch of TVs and VCRs? Look, first up, the sandwich shop was a front.
The sandwich shop was not a front.
It was a criminal front.
Where
they flushed their funds.
No. So they had to start running the whole hijacking scheme because Dom got banned from the track. His dad is now dead. He's banned from the track. You cannot make money legitimately through those two revenue streams anymore. Your grocery store isn't really the best, and your shop is only pulling in money.
It's terrible.
Yeah, because it has terrible tuna sandwiches there.
What's his face even says it has terrible tuna sandwiches.
And your shop's only pulling in money when Dom is racing and the kids are buying parts from Harry's and they're coming over to get the parts installed, in my opinion. So, to me, there is no front per se. It became a front, yes, but it didn't originally start as a front.
Dom's dad.
You don't call the place Toretto's and be like, "Oh, this is my front."
International man of mystery is Toretto's dad, and
look, also Jacob is also mad, and I don't know how I know his name right now anymore, but he's also mad because of the fact that the house blew up and nobody checked on him.
Yeah, okay, that brings my other thing about this. The man who has spent 8 movies talking about family, we're all family except for The Rock when we're not filming.
Damn.
You're going to tell me that he forgot about his own damn brother? Like, is John Cena that pale? I mean, is he truly, did we truly couldn't see him before his China comments?
Maybe he was just hiding off in the background every time. He was just like, we're doing this for family. And Cena's like, oh, family? Oh, is that me? No? Okay.
I'm gonna love it. Like it's gonna be terrible Spider-Man jumping into scenes bad, where they're just gonna retcon John Cena into old scenes. It's gonna be like it'll be like when he's giving the speech of like, dude, winning is winning. Whether you win by an inch or a mile. In the background, it's gonna be John Cena going, yeah, tell him, dog. Doesn't matter if it's an inch or a mile. We're going to be down in Brazil, flying through the favelas and the cop cars, and John Cena's going to be on the roof, but just being like, watch out, there's a guy with a gun! Yeah, it's going to be terrible. Utterly terrible. Spider-Man just comes swinging and just like, oh my god, I'm here to help! And I'm gone.
It was such a terrible idea, I almost choked.
You know what's going to happen, though. You know what's going to happen. They're going to retcon him into so many different scenes.
I mean... yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move
scene
on to this
where
topic.
Dom and Letty are about to have sex in the garage, and in the background it's just gonna be John Cena holding a towel, just being like, "Should I leave? Should I go?"
Oh God! So you finished The Boys?
I did.
We're just gonna roll right over that one.
Steamroll right on through.
Right through.
Yeah, the wife and I finished The Boys this weekend.
Yep.
It took us 7 months, but we did it.
So what'd you think? What's your thoughts?
Fan-fucking-tastic show.
Yes.
We got through season 1, and I enjoyed it so much that the first 3-4 episodes of season 2, I got bored with it. Which is why we stopped watching, because both of us were just like, we kind of understand where they're taking it, but we're not invested. And then randomly, in the middle of our AC not working this weekend, my wife just puts the show back on. Because all of our regular shows are off for the summer.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, so she puts it back on. We finished season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should not have stopped.
No.
We legit stopped the episode they started really breaking stuff down.
Okay.
And I'm not going to hold my hand up this entire time, but spoiler alert, if you're watching The Boys or plan on watching The Boys, just know I'm going to get deep into spoilers right now, so mute. Stormfront?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I kind of called it a little bit, where she was like trying to hide her background and identity. Oh, yeah, Stormfront, yep. Trying to hide her background. I was like, there's something wrong with this one.
Well, and when they found out she was Liberty,
yeah,
that made a little bit of sense. It was like, okay, so we got some chick from the '60s who doesn't age very quickly, and she's super racist. Like, I was just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
No, she's a fucking Nazi.
Yeah,
like legit Nazi.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't live that long and just be like, oh, I think I'm going to be racist now in the '60s. Nah, that meant you were racist before, so you just went from one racist regime to another racist regime.
Yeah, and I just and so there was the scene with that guy who shot the store clerk. And I looked over at Janelle, and we're both just staring at this, and she's got this look of like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm telling her, I was just like, holy shit, like this is like an artist's rendition of how you radicalize somebody. That kid was just deeply engrossed in all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the car comes driving by and he thinks the dude changes his eye color. And suddenly he's shooting motherfuckers. You're like, that's how you radicalize somebody.
Yep.
And then that's how you keep radicalizing people. Is, oh, look at this tragedy. We're going to just jump on this now. And then what they fucking did with Homelander's fucking kid.
Oh.
When she's telling him, like, I got super fucking creeped out when she's just like, it's called white genocide and they're trying to kill us off.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck. There was a video a couple years ago from Vice where a dude actually went and interviewed a white supremacist, like openly white supremacist family who were raising their kids to be white supremacists. And I was like, holy shit. Like, somebody fucking went and talked to white supremacists. Just like, how do you get your kids to believe in this? Well, you get them when they're young and impressionable. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, I'm putting my hand down now.
Yeah, so it was because you kind of thought about that with Homelander, but Homelander just hates everybody. So he's an equal opportunity hater. He's gonna kill you if he's having a not so great day and you say something stupid. He's probably gonna kill you.
He's got mental issues. He needs to talk to a therapist.
He's just off the rocker. They took away his breast milk, so he's gone.
Oh my god. So, yeah. Well, and spoiler alert. We need to have like a graphic or something, so I don't have to hold my hand up. The literal end of season 2, when he is standing on top of a building, and he's just repeating to himself, "I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want." And I look over at Janelle, and I'm like, this motherfucker's jerking off on top of the Empire State Building. This motherfucker's jerking off on the top of the Empire State Building. Yeah. And, like, part of me, though, was hoping that they did the joke with Superman, why he can only have a kid with Wonder Woman, is because when he nuts, it would just go through a mortal woman. Yeah. I was half expecting them to, like, shoot it out like a bullet.
Yeah. So.
Really excited for season 3.
Yeah, that show, yeah, it's. Now, if you have watched The Boys, I would thoroughly recommend watching Invincible. That should be on the top of your watch list now.
Okay, because we started Jupiter's Legacy.
Nah, that show got canceled. Don't even watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Babe.
Don't invest your time. Me and the waifu were like, oh, we're gonna start this up, and then like 1 week, and then it said, oh, it got canceled. They're not doing the season 2. They just let everybody go. I was like, well, not doing it. It's not gonna be another Tay Diggs show.
Man, how bad of a show do you have to be on Netflix to get canceled after one season? They are the CBS of streaming services.
Yeah, I don't know, like, if they were just like, oh, well, they said it. They said the numbers weren't there. But I don't think they gave it enough time. Maybe the budget was just too big. They were just like, well, we need X amount of numbers in a month or we can't move forward. But that's what they got to remember, though, with Netflix is that a lot of people are going to be a lot of word of mouth. And, like, if it's a good series, it'll catch on sooner or later, but to exit out, what was it, 2 months into it? I don't even think it's been out that long. Like, maybe 3 months?
I mean, it debuted, what, January? I don't know. Like, it hasn't been out that long.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I don't feel like they gave it enough time to get his legs. Or maybe it was just a bad show. Who knows? I didn't watch it because once it got canceled, I was like, not taking it off my list. Don't need it.
That's fair. So Invincible, though.
Invincible. Definitely.
Okay, because I keep seeing the meme.
Yeah. Oh.
The think about it meme, or the look what they have to do to mimic just a fraction of our power.
Yeah.
And all I can think of that's J. Jonah Jameson yelling at the kid, and I'm just like, all right, that'll be fun.
No. Yeah, it's a great show. It is not for anyone younger. It is definitely M-rated.
It's a good thing we don't have children in our household.
Well, I mean, you got the nieces and nephews, so.
Yeah. Which, I mean, she's almost 16, and he turns 14 in like a month. So maybe, I don't know, man. They know all kinds of weird shit now. They're teaching us weird shit.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like conversations with them are interesting, but all I can think of was like, oh, wow, this must have been what my parents thought when I was that age, and suddenly like being like, oh, yeah, no, I totally know about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. We'll check out Invincible. It's a cartoon, though, babe. You should be watching.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be watching the stream.
Oh.
Baby.
Damn. Wow.
It's an adult cartoon. Like Archer. We'll like it. We'll check it out.
Yeah.
Now, is the whole season out, or are they doing that?
Yeah, no, the whole season's already out now. They did it weekly, but it's all out now.
Yeah, because I'm definitely holding off on Loki until we get the full season.
It's only like 3 more episodes left. It's a short season on this one, like Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I thought it was 8. I thought they were going to do 2 months.
I think they were only doing 6 on this one, too. So
Good, because I'm getting tired of having YouTube trying to play commercials for it. And I get confused, because apparently Loki also looks like the Joker.
Oh, God.
Before the Joker became the Joker. So I get confused and think that DC is doing something with Joaquin Phoenix again, when really it's Loki, and I get angry.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair enough.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Well, fair enough. And we've got about a half hour left.
Yeah.
We have I'd asked the chat, but for some reason I feel like there's something must be wrong with it, because nothing has come through, which is odd. Sign into chat.
Well, I had to sign in the chat here.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
It's okay. It's all right.
It's fair. Well, all right. So we've got another list for y'all. I feel like this is becoming kind of our thing, maybe, to do with lists. If we can get it. There it is, I think.
Yes, sir.
It's
good.
there?
Yep.
Fair enough.
It's going to take a second. Gotta catch up. Stream delay.
Stream delay. Man, if YouTube is fucking things up right now, I'm going to be very angry. I mean, there's obviously nothing I can do about it, but, like...
All right, well, our list this time around is going to hit the peak of nerdism. We're talking about Star Wars.
Fuck yeah.
And ranking all the Star Wars films, theatrical releases. So this is including the Clone Wars, because that was released in theaters. This is not including the Christmas special or the Ewok special, because fuck those movies. And even Mark Hamill says it himself. He laughs every time about some kind of Christmas special.
Yep, until he cashes those checks. All right. So
we are going to try to keep it in chronological order, not release order, but chronologically speaking.
And if you don't know what chronological is, Google it after the podcast. So it looks like somebody, because it's not a list that we made, we have not actually made any of the lists that we have gone through, has already given words to the rankings. So now we have amazing, great, good, okay, and awful. Which, again, color scheme, though. Like, I don't know, man. Y'all gotta figure your life out. But, first movie, in chronological order, Solo. Now, you're gonna have to take this one on your own. This is already starting off fantastic, because I have not seen Solo, and I actually don't really plan on seeing it.
Oh, well, same here. Because, like we spoke about before, Solo, to me, is a movie that has no repercussions. You know who lives, you know who dies.
Yep.
Nothing about this movie means that I'm going to go watch it, because I know what's going to happen. I know Lando, Solo, and Chewie are going to live, because they're in other movies.
And the Millennium Falcon ends up with Solo.
Yes.
Like, we already know who gets the girl.
Yes. So, if I were to just list it off of that, it would have to be an awful movie to me, because the premise of it sucks.
No, terrible. Which sucks, because now, Donald Glover is effectively out of any other future Star Wars projects.
No, apparently they're making a Solo too, for whatever fucking reason.
Fuck wants a Solo? God damn it.
They're like, oh, it was so great in terms of numbers, we're going to make a second one.
Ugh.
And apparently people love it. So I don't know why. Like, who
I don't get
Who
it.
knows?
I don't get it. But that does bring us into the second of the trilogies, which is first trilogy chronologically. And I have to say on this one, this is another one of those I get like a generational divide. Much like the Raimi movies, the Raimi Spider-Man movies. These were all terrible for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I have no good memories about any of these episodes, any episode 1, 2, or 3. But I will get into heavy debates with friends of mine that are a good, like, 6, 7 years younger than me that, like, grew up on this shit. Like, this was part of their childhood.
Okay.
That will talk about how great the prequels were.
So, episode 1 then. Let's get into this. This is Darth Maul. This is first learning about the chosen child,
Qui-Gon.
Anakin Skywalker. We got Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yep,
And
Qui-Gon
we have...
and pedophilia.
yes.
Yep.
Reverse pedophilia? Could it be reverse? Or is
No,
this-
no. Because you can't call it reverse pedophilia. Reverse pedophilia would be like if the child pursued the adult.
Didn't he, though?
No, because you can't. No, that's not how this works.
I'm pretty sure, though, Anakin was trying to get at Padme.
Yeah, that's cool.
day one.
That's cool. And if you had some 15-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl coming after you, like, you would still be the pedophile. You can't go to court and be like, I don't know, Judge. She said she wanted it.
All right, fair enough. True.
Yeah.
True. And we have the legend himself, Obi-Wan, in this as well too. So
It's just the only bright spot about any of these movies. But we also had Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks, stop giving
Jar
out my
Jar.
screen name, please.
My bad.
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't use that screen name anymore.
Anyways,
Jar Jar Binks.
I feel though the fight in the end was fantastic. Pod racing, great scene. Rest of the movie, kind of a throwaway. Yes, you did get a lot of build up in terms of learning about, the balance of the force, things like that.
That none of that worked out. Midichlorians?
That was in the original trilogy?
No, Midichlorians was in the prequels.
Was it?
Yeah. Because Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon were like, oh, he's got so many midichlorians in him. He clearly is force sensitive.
Pretty sure I came from the original trilogy, though, too.
Nope.
Okay, anyways.
Retconned. I barely...
Well, it doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
Anyways.
They never explained where the midichlorians went or why anyone would think the midichlorian. Regardless...
I would put it in the middle.
Nope.
Say it was a good movie because of some of the things that it gave us, and also in terms of the fight scene and the pod racing.
I would, because it's a prequel, call it awful.
No, it can't be awful. They all cannot be awful.
Pod racing was fun, sure. It did give us Darth Maul. I'll give you that.
Yes. One of the badass Siths out there.
And who has also been retconned into being a badass, because he wasn't much of a badass in the first movie.
I mean, he was. He fought 2 Jedi.
Yeah, but he also had 2 lightsabers.
And he killed Qui-Gon.
Yeah, but Qui-Gon needed to die for force reasons.
No. The only reason he lost is because he went up against the legend that is freaking Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor. Jesus Christ.
Struggle on that one.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's the only reason he lost. Look, Obi-Wan is a legend. Like, if you don't understand that, then that's your problem.
No, I get it. He's a legend. Fine. I'll leave it. I'll let you put it at good. I'm fighting on the next 2, though.
Oh, no. This one. Awful trash.
Awful. Trash. Just hot garbage.
Just you let Jar Jar be your representative in terms of at the Senate. The stupid war.
Yeah.
Just garbage.
Yeah. That was so terrible. And episode 3?
Episode 3 I would put a step above episode 2.
Only because technically we got Darth Vader out of it.
Yeah, we got Darth Vader. We got the high ground.
Which, that joke has just been...
We got Mace up in there doing his thing, even though he died.
I mean, all of them die.
Did he die though? He got his arm taken and pushed out of a window. I've seen people come back from that. So I don't know.
I mean, he got his purple lightsaber.
Yes, and he would have took out Palpatine if it wasn't for Anakin.
If it wasn't for Darth Vader, let's call it what it is.
Okay, all right.
Darth freaking Vader.
Got it.
Which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, after the podcast on YouTube, which you are on right now, type in Darth Vader, I need a hero.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And thank me later.
It's so good.
It's fantastic. All right, so next movie.
Rogue One.
Oh my God,
so
yes.
this movie, though, unlike Solo, when they put out the trailer to it, and they were like, oh, we're getting the plans for the Death Star. I said to myself, I was like, okay, so we know we get the plans for the Death Star. So what is this movie really about? And I went and saw it in the theaters, and I was like, okay, well, we know plans for the Death Star eventually get to us.
Zero hopes for this movie.
I didn't have high hopes for it either.
Zero. Rock bottom.
And then when it got to maybe third act, it started picking up, and the action was pretty dope. God, what is his name? I can't remember his name.
Poe?
Ip Man.
Ip Man. Oh, I am one with the Force. The Force
Yes.
is one with me. Yeah. We'll just go with that. If you don't know who we're talking about, you need to rewatch the movie.
Just the way that they did his character was amazing. I just like the whole concept of him. Blind, believed in the Force. Force was with him.
And the dude that's with him, the guy with the Gatling gun.
Yeah. So the only downfall to this movie was Forrest Whitaker. Amazing actor. I had no idea why you chose or they chose to give you some sort of a stupid accent, but it was terrible.
Wait, was Forrest Whitaker in this one?
Yes. He was the one that saved her as a child. She went back to him because he had the pilot.
Oh God, that's right. I'm getting my movies confused.
So
No, you're correct.
Yeah, just the worst freaking accent for no reason. For no reason.
I mean, if that's your only complaint about this movie, though,
Only complaint.
because I'm putting it up in the amazing tier.
I would have to say so as well too.
Yeah, because
Once again, spoiler alert, the fact that everybody died was the gratitude payoff, and then it had another payoff after that leads you into the next movie. It leads you right into New Hope, and you had no idea. Like, shit, that's how. Like, literally, because when New Hope starts, everybody's like, "Oh shit, they're getting chased. Why?" And now you know why.
that is how you write a prequel movie. You don't add metachlorians. All right, you don't have Yoda fighting by jumping and flipping around.
Hayden Christensen just didn't do it for me. Oh, wow. All right.
In fairness, she likes bigger men.
Gotcha. Okay. Jeez, are you staring into the camera? Anyways, yeah. So, yeah. Rogue One, amazing Star Wars story.
Fantastic.
Loved
movie.
it. They did a great job with that. Now we're getting into the original trilogy. And this is where we're probably going to differ.
Oh, man.
So we'll see. So A New Hope. So we're going from Rogue One to A New Hope. This is where Luke and Leia
That's where it all starts.
gets introduced.
All starts.
We find out
Han
that
shot first.
we didn't find that out yet, but Obi-Wan has a message. He needs, or he gets a message, from the princess, and he's their only hope. Obi-Wan at this point is pretty old, but hey, he's a Jedi, so he's gonna get it done.
Which is what I love, because I guess the actor who played him, who was some very famous Shakespearean actor, hated the fucking movie. Absolutely hated it. Thought it was garbage. I am gonna say, because it's the originator. It's what started it all. It's what made people billions of dollars who don't deserve billions of dollars.
Jesus.
Not Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill deserves everything he's got. I'm talking about George Lucas with all the other nonsense he's pulled.
It's Skywalker Ranch.
Anyway,
You can't have surround sound without Skywalker Ranch.
look, you're not wrong. but he ruined everything. Jar Jar Binks.
Oh God! All right.
Anyway,
whatever. Where are we going with this?
Look. New Hope is either amazing or great. It's top tier to me. It's what started it. It's the original.
So I would have to say New Hope would be great because if you ask me, and if you ask a lot of other people, Empire is better than A New Hope.
I will agree with you on that one.
So, and this is back in, the 70s where the good guy always wins, and Empire was one of the first movies, if maybe the first, I don't know. I might have to go and check it. Okay, whatever. Anyways, one of the first movies, if not maybe the first movie, where the bad guy wins.
Yeah. I mean, it's what made... The movie did make the trilogy.
Yeah. Because everything just turned on our heroes. Like, Han gets captured, Luke loses, everybody just loses. It's all bad.
I mean, they get...
Leia gets turned into a slave.
Yep.
It's bad.
And we don't know what's going to happen.
No.
We don't, it ends on a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Return of the Jedi, though.
So, Return...
Also a fantastic movie. We got the Ewoks.
No, God, Christ sakes.
The Speeders and the Redwoods.
God, Jesus. Return to me is a good movie.
Really?
It ties up everything, but it takes too fucking long to do it. You could have tied this movie up. Like, look, the beginning, it started off great. They got their whole escape plan. That happens, that's great. And then they drug on for hours. And you had no good... Like, you got the payoff at, the last fight where Vader turned back to the good. Mm-hmm. Palpatine gets killed. Well, I mean, technically he did get killed, right?
Yeah.
But but then it was like, and I hate to say it because I love Peter Jackson and I love the Lord of the Rings, but it was literally, this is probably how Peter Jackson got his idea to have 5 different endings in the Return of the King. I don't know how many times you can end a movie when you should have ended the movie. And then the Ewok saving the day at the end was super unbelievable. I couldn't get behind that. Yeah.
But the little furry creatures, and they're cute.
No, fuck it.
And they sell plush toys.
Nope. It's good.
Because at this point, Star Wars was absolutely a vehicle for toys. I'll go. I won't fight you on good. I think it's great, just because it's the original trilogy. It stood the test of time. Those movies lasted nearly 20 years.
Yeah, but they've been remastered and
No, not that. I'm saying their stories.
Oh, okay.
Lasted nearly 20 years. Now, yes, you had the Christmas special, you had the Easter special, you had about 14 dozen books that were written that are no longer canon, which is hilarious. Considering that I know people who have read every single one of those books and they're absolutely livid that none of them matter anymore. You had a bunch of games come out. Yes, there are things that kept the franchise moving, but just based off of those 3 movies, Lord of the Rings isn't pushing out the amount of content that Star Wars did in that amount of time.
Because, Tolkien's been dead for decades.
Doesn't matter.
Yep, it does for that.
But you have the franchise, though. The movie franchise.
The movies were based specifically off the... Look, that estate for Tolkien isn't going to let that get thrown out there. They made a deal with Amazon to do a show now. But outside of... Yeah, outside of that, and the budget for that is ridiculous. So,
God.
But yeah,
is Peter Jackson producing that?
No, it's a brand new team.
Good.
Oh,
hopefully it doesn't drag on forever, and as long as they don't get HBO involved, we'll be fine.
Oh my God, you're so bitter. I haven't even watched Game of Thrones.
Doesn't matter. The next movie though, The Force Awakens.
All right, so as a large Star Wars fan. And a big time Star Wars fan. My son is named after a Star Wars character that's finally canon. But anyways, in terms of waiting from Jedi, when I watched it, because I wasn't, old enough, I guess, to see it in theaters, to then seeing the Force Awakens. Just the original trailer for The Force Awakens gave me goosebumps. I needed to see that movie as much as I
yeah.
could.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought it was a pretty epic start to the next trilogy. Not saying that the trilogy didn't have its faults because of the director change, but whatever.
There were things in the storyline that didn't fully make sense. Like, I thought they were going with, I can't remember his name. The dude
Finn?
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 I thought Finn was going to be the next Jedi.
See, and that's where they were trying to swerve you at until if you were watching commercials, the Duracell commercial kind of gave it away.
Oh, see, and I don't watch commercials. I don't watch trailers.
Yeah. So not even trailers, just a regular Duracell commercial. They kind of gave it away that Rey was the actual next Jedi and not Finn. But all the posters, like even on this little thumbnail, all the posters that you see, it was Finn who was holding the lightsaber. So you're like, okay, cool. Finn is going to be, the next to step up in terms of being a Jedi.
And it would have, honestly, I feel like the story at least makes sense when you put the three of them together. But if you're looking at The Force Awakens as just its own standalone movie, it would have made, I feel like it would have made a better story to have Finn be the Force sensitive one, just because he's leaving the New Order, or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
And he's finding himself, and he's joining up with the New Rebellion, and he's doing all that, and it just would have made sense. Like, I like Rey as a character. I think she's really cool and really interesting. But, like, I don't know. I'd have gone with Finn.
Yeah. And we'll talk about my Rey opinion when we get to the third movie. Anyways, so Force Awakens, where does that stand with you?
I'd say it's either good to great.
Good to great? I would put it at great.
There we go.
It's really strong. Loved it. I mean, they did kill off Han, but
I think it needed to happen.
I don't think it needed to happen in the way that it happened.
I think it did, though.
It gave us
It gave
him more reason to whine than anything. Like, he didn't go more into the dark side there.
Yeah, because emo Kylo Ren is one of the best characters, or at least one of the best Twitter accounts out there.
He just became more emo.
Yeah. Well, because we're going to get to it, because the next movie ties into it.
Okay.
But Kylo Ren he's got trauma. We have taken the turn in the Star Wars franchise.
He's got trauma?
He's got trauma.
From what? Because he thought Luke was going to kill him?
Luke was going to kill him.
For a second.
Doesn't matter.
He felt the dark side in him, and he felt like he needed to take care of it.
You are a 14-year-old boy who is scared over the idea that he is Force sensitive, who has been sent away to live with his crazy uncle, who gets woken up in the middle of the night with his uncle's lightsaber to his throat.
Crazy? Was it to his throat? It was above him. Look, whose story are you believing? Kylo Ren or Luke's?
Kylo Ren! Luke is crazy. Because it's not the first time he's done that. Luke is not a well put together person.
Yeah.
Luke has very, very rough edges.
Luke
and he is also he is also given into the dark side before.
He had to be ready to kill his father.
He has issues.
Yeah.
So, no, Kylo Ren, I think, honestly, Kylo Ren, and unfortunately, I think they dropped the ball on fully fleshing him out, but he had the potential to be one of the most well-rounded characters in the Star Wars franchise, with the idea that of all of the shit he went through as a kid, and now fully given into the dark side. He's the only character that went dark side, but still had a light side pull. Everyone else is light side with dark side pulls. You have, Darth Vader was fully light side and then was slowly giving in. He's the only one who did it the other way around.
Was he fully light side?
He wasn't fully light side. At the end, he became fully light side. But he's a complex character, but he went from evil to good, showing a redemption arc, because he is a complicated person who had trauma as a child. But then again, you know who else had trauma as a child, but we never got any sort of fucking resolvement with his story? Finn.
Yeah.
Child soldier?
Yeah.
God, you could have done so much with that.
Okay, all right. So where are we ranking The Last Jedi? So, Last Jedi, we had no payoff in terms of smog. Smog? No.
Smoke.
Sorry.
Smoke.
Sorry.
Smoke.
Smoke.
The dragon?
No.
No.
Smoke.
Smoke.
Emperor Snoke? There we go.
Snoke. With an N.
Ha! We had no payoff there.
Nope.
He just got killed in this chair.
Yeah, we had a fight in the throne room where nobody actually got hit, but people still ended up dying.
Oh, God. Let's see. I mean, a lot of people cried about Leia and her ability to survive in space.
Oh my god, but she flew like an icicle through space and destroyed a ship.
No, she didn't destroy a
No,
ship.
you're right, that's the meme. Never mind.
Look,
The meme is hilarious.
so when you think about, in terms of the way, in my opinion, in terms of the way that the Force is, it's balanced out like Highlander. If there's not enough people on either side, then the person that has the power is going to be the most powerful.
No, that's exactly what it is.
So, in terms of on the light side, you only had, at the time, Rey and Leia. So that means they're the two most
Luke.
powerful.
Luke.
He didn't, no.
He killed himself in the end, but he was there.
No, but he wasn't attached to the Force. He took himself out of the Force at that point.
Which is probably where Leia got the power to do what she did.
That's what I'm saying. At that point, it was just two of them on the Force.
And the little boy that never had the payoff.
Oh, God.
From the first movie.
So at that, and to me, in my opinion, Leia had the power to do whatever the fuck she wanted to do because of how powerful she was.
Mm-hmm. Which explains...
And when you go back and think about it, too, when Luke was always talking about her, she was more powerful in the Force than he was. She just never trained herself.
She didn't want to train herself.
Yeah.
She didn't want it. I put it as a good movie.
I mean, we didn't even get to the rest of it. We just talked about a little bit of it. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, moving on. Good movie.
Yeah, I'd say it's a good movie. Because, I mean, and that's the other thing. Like, the final battle scenes felt drawn out. Mm-hmm. But after everything was said and done, I felt satisfied. So I was good with it.
I liked the Force projection fight scene.
That was such a fucking baller move.
I didn't understand how... I mean, yes, he probably wasn't doing a lot of Force things for a long time, but I don't understand how that killed him.
No, because he separated himself from the Force.
Yeah.
So he separated himself from the Force, which allowed his body to... The Force was the only thing keeping him alive. Remember, the man's diet consisted of literal milk out of the teats of wild animals.
All right, whatever. Moving on to Rise of Skywalker. So this was the ultimate Star Wars swerve, I guess, because you got Palpatine back in this movie.
Yep. And then the discovery that Rey is a Palpatine. Yeah,
which to me was a total letdown. She should have been Obi-Wan's child or something. Like I didn't like the fact that she was a Palpatine.
If she would have been Obi-Wan's child, though, she would have been roughly the same age as Luke and Leia, though. Unless he had her literally the day before he finds Luke.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been.
He impregnates some random woman in the middle of the desert literally the day before because he's like, you know what? She's going to do something.
Yeah, well, and to me, in terms of Star Wars lore, Obi-Wan, the badass that he is, could have made some sort of an offspring that is this strong, in my opinion.
Well, remember though, she is this strong because there are only 4 Force users at one time, which means all of the light side is going to her and Leia dies.
True.
And then all the dark side is going to Kylo Ren and Palpatine.
Okay, so I'll put it this way: that strong and that has the aptitude to use it, because she was doing things that. Like, Luke wouldn't even dream about doing the first couple of days that he learned about the Force. Like, she was doing Jedi mind tricks off jump, fighting off Kylo Ren.
Did she ever look down the barrel of a lightsaber?
No.
Remember that scene? Where he's getting the lightsaber and he goes, ah!
Yeah, no. So, anyways, back to the movie. It was a good payoff. We got the original director back. So that made it continuity-wise better.
And this movie gets a lot of shit.
Yes.
It gets shit on a lot. But welcome to the reason why we named this podcast Arena of Audacity. Because I also like this movie.
Yeah.
I thought it did have a decent payoff. I didn't like that Kylo Ren died, but it made sense.
Yeah.
It was a little cheesy at the end when the old woman was like, "What's your name?" And she's like, Rey Skywalker. That's a little odd, but she's trying to keep the legacy going.
She wants to keep the legacy going, and you can't call yourself Rey Palpatine, because then the whole galaxy's trying to kill you at that point.
Although, how hilarious would that have been if she was like, Rey Palpatine, fuck, and she has to kill the old lady, and then she kills the old lady, and some dude pops his head out and goes, "Hey, who's that?" And somebody else yells, "I think it's Rey Palpatine." And she's like, "Shit!"
The whole planet's got
The whole fucking planet. It's her speeding off, and the planet just...
Jesus.
Spider-Man comes swinging in and be like, "Ray, what are you doing?" John Cena's sitting in the background and be like, "Oh no, should I leave?" Oh man.
So
It's a good movie. I don't know if I would put it above The Last Jedi, but it is a good movie. It's not New Hope good to me.
Wow. Okay. So I would put it on. It would be same caliber then as Last Jedi. Force Awakens, I can watch that movie all the time.
Yeah.
The other two, if it's on, maybe. I'm not really trying to go out and seek it out, though. But yeah, no, I can watch Force Awakens all the time.
The last two movies, so Force Awakens had a decent story. The last two movies, though, especially the last one, of which I just forgot the name.
The Rise of Skywalker was J.J. Abrams trying to come back to fix what the Knives Out director did with Last Jedi.
It was visually stunning.
Yeah.
I will just say that. I think as far as visuals go, Rise of Skywalker is... outside of Rogue Squadron is my favorite just to watch, just to like see, because there was a lot of attention paid to color schemes and the art. Whoever was the visual director on that movie did a fan-fucking-tastic job.
Now I do have to say this, because I forgot to say it. Last Jedi gave me the best moment I ever had in cinema to forever. When they took their ship and she hit the warp drive in front of the other ships and went straight through them, and how when it happened, the way that it happened, then the sound caught up to it.
Oh, the Doppler effect.
Yeah, just magnificent. Like, yeah.
Because I remember that. I remember thinking something went wrong with the sound. Because it just...
Yeah.
And you were like, what the fuck? No, and they took away explosions from space.
Yeah.
Because explosions don't happen in space. Space is a vacuum.
So yeah, it happened. You saw it shoot off, the light effect happened, and then the sound came in. I was like, all right, bravo.
Yeah. No, it was very well done.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Now, I feel like we should just leave this one down here.
Yeah.
Because neither one of us have seen it, heard about it.
We have a rule for this.
All right, so we
have a rule. Clone Wars movie, you're awful. Because neither of us have seen you.
Sorry, Clone Wars. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to watch it sooner or later because I'm trying to watch that series. It's just tough to get into.
Yeah. He's not watching right now, but my oldest nephew, is cursing my name and he doesn't know why. He's like, God damn it, Uncle Matt. And he's like, the fuck that come from?
So.
May watch you, may not watch you. I do still plan on watching Naruto. That's not a Star Wars thing, but that is something that keeps getting brought up in my head that I should watch.
Yes.
But there's our list. So to recap, if I can remember the names of all these, starting from the bottom, because we started at the bottom, now we're here. Solo.
Jesus.
You
know why Solo.
Followed by Episode 2. And followed by Clone Wars, all in the awful category. Stepping one step up to okay. We have Episode 3. Because I thought it should be awful. Into the good tier, into the, hey, these aren't that bad, but, they're not great. We've got Episode 1, Phantom Menace. We've got Return of the Jedi. We've got The Last Jedi. And Rise of the Skywalker. In the second to top tier, we have the great movies, which is, of course, New Hope. and
The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. And then in the amazing category, which is funny because I think this is the most selective we've been with our amazing category so far.
Yeah.
Because these are two movies we'll love forever. We have Rogue One and The Empire Strikes Back. So there you have it. Take a screenshot of it, post it somewhere, leave a comment, do whatever you got to do. Tell us how stupid we are. Tell us how fantastic we are. Regardless, let us know how we did with this and what your thoughts are. But yeah, that is our tier list for all of the theatrically released Star Wars movies. And with that, I think we're at time.
We are. I mean, it was a great one. We put together a great list. We talked about some things. Michael Bay is going to ruin Beast Wars for everyone. And I hate to say it, but it's going to happen. But yeah, no. And then we're going to find out, once we go and watch this Fast and Furious movie, how Dominic Toretto forgot about his brother.
How the hell does Mr. Family Man himself forget family?
Because maybe he couldn't see him. Jesus.
And then he talked about Taiwan being its own country and then did a full-face return on that one because he is owned by the Chinese government. We see you, Jonathan Cena.
Is he owned by the Chinese government or owned by Vince McMahon?
No, he's owned by the Chinese government.
Works for the Chinese government?
No, he and LeBron James are owned by the Chinese government.
Oh.
Because remember when Daryl Morey came out when he was with the Houston Rockets and he criticized China. And then the NBA, Adam Silver, told him he had to take it back. And LeBron James, whilst in the middle of Black Lives Matter actually protesting, came out and told Morey that he needs to take his comments back because it's cutting into his paycheck.
Oh.
Because,
I mean, China's a big market, right?
China is a huge market, but they are also currently in the middle of a genocide of the Uyghur people, I believe is how it's pronounced. So yeah, politics.
Perfect. Well, I mean, that's apparently how we're going to end this week.
And if we were being monetized, we just got demonetized because China's going to come at us and be like, you need to apologize. Never, China. Never.
I mean, Tencent?
Your food is delicious.
Yeah.
And the people are nice people, but your government sucks. That's what people say about America.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Right. So I guess that's how we end it.
All right, chat. Well, just be on the lookout because we might be changing up some format in terms of the channel, possibly. We're going to have some discussions and see what we can do.
Yeah. We're expanding. Ever expanding. But yeah.
All right. Well, I got to sign us off.
Yeah, you do.
For the Fat Fella himself, I'm Jay Spood. This is the Arena of Audacity, episode 12, where we talked about the